Hello then folks, welcome back to Gnomes. We are continuing the reproduction of the 3D webcomics in Blender on YouTube, and this is like not exactly a making of, so this is, but sort of, right? And I'm about to conclude the that pre-production stage, the first pre-production. Hold on, so this is the scene that I have. So this is Dorothy's lounge. It's like a room, a personal room for this character, Dorothy. She's the main character of sci-fi universe. And then let's get the soundtrack here. And yes, I've been streaming this for the about nearly 1 month at this time, but we are at day, yeah, every day I do at least one, so essentially one per day. We are at the number 26, yeah, so almost 1 month. So this was the last asset that I've made. It's a desk and with a chair, so sci-fi thing. I had a desk that had this sort of combination, like a aluminum steel like metal frame, and then with wood stuff. So I found, it's I think from adolescence. So I got this idea to get this kind of so of course was not like that, right? This is more modernish, but some patterns here are the same. Okay, so today we're gonna keep doing some updates here. So essentially, if you've been following up this, you know what there is in this. Okay, so there's a metal material here which is not working. It's just too simplistic. I need to upgrade it. And also here I need to, so these are linked assets from another scene. So I'm using the asset library system in Blender, and you see the asset browser here in this area. And this, I'm planting all the materials. It's usually coming from one scene, but sometimes not. It's difficult to organize sometimes, because if you have the same material assetized from multiple scenes, that they get double. I probably have an example here, accidental, that doubled material. Yeah, so this was accidental. So what's happening here is that this one is in furniture blend file, and this one is on modular corridor dark blend file. So essentially this was made originally in the dark corridor stuff, which is the file containing these assets here, this corridor thing. So I first developed this material from this. So it's a very simple material, it's procedural, right? Let's see if I can show it. Yeah, so here, let's see, can I have it selected? Yeah, object, yeah, here. So it's just a texture coordinate mapping using UVs. Is more versatile for the kind of build I'm making. Then brick texture node and emission. So it's just a simple stuff, and that I'm using this, reusing this, for example, here, and of course it's being linked here, right? It's a link, so it's grayed out like that. We see the link icon here also, and this way it's way more economic. And even here, well, it is linked, but it came with the object, right? So that's so these are just these modular things are still work in progress. I'm still trying to assess what I could do about it. So essentially, let's leave the camera here. So essentially we have, let's go back to the layout. why I have the timeline like this? Okay. So let's see. Yeah, I would like to make some extra doors here for the side, like other rooms, so this becomes more friendly, not a creepy long corridor like this, which sort of remembers horror sci-fi films. But the idea would be to be somewhat dark corridor. It's not so dark actually. There's a stuff like this. I can probably improve this stuff. This is very relatively simple. We can make some details more on the floor, so it can get much better than that, right? The geometry can have way more details, so make some lighting, yeah, some object light. So, but this will be done on in that different file, and it's not urgent now, so I don't need. Well, it would be good if I make some adjustments here for this piece of corridor before I start here, because there would be a scene. The first shots, maybe the character will be coming from that corridor. So, but yeah, I'll gonna think about it. So probably I need to upgrade there, but that will be too much maybe. We need to make some adjustments to her rig. So I was doing some improvements on the facial rig, and it was starting to pay off. Right now the expressions I need to reset, but this will be done from the other file, I guess. Actually, no, let's reset from here. So I need to unsolo all, select all, unhide all, select all, and Alt Q is my reset all transforms. Then we get here, and then we just pick this. So now we have the neutral expression. Okay, I'm gonna save here because these changes probably they were done. I just forgot to reset. I was testing for this particular scene. So you see there are a lot of stuff here going on, and this was the product of all these days working in sequence with that. So this desk will be isolated just for there. Maybe I can do some other structures here. This I'm not sure this is combining well right here, so maybe I need to do something else with this asset here. It seems to be isolated. I tried to place stuff here, but they don't combine well. There's already one here, so maybe this one I'm gonna try to unless we could do a niche, something that would probably won't work, but let's just at least try. Yeah, no, there's not good geometry for this, so I think I'm gonna get rid of this, and we already have them on the other side. Alright, order-wise, our things start to get too repetitive, and this is not fine. But one thing that is good to do sometimes is try to make some sort of separations of rooms through certain things, right? I'm not saying that this would be a good idea, but at least let's see. Yeah, so you see, by separating here we get something of interest at least. That is not like, so maybe we could have like another mirror, and on the y-axis, so something like that. It's mirroring, yeah, it's mirroring on the y-axis, so we could have you know what, I like this thing. It's like creates a niche, but we can improve this even more. There we can make a passage, and here I think on top of the window will be bad, but for the space, yeah, it's better for there's a distance that is good for the bedroom, which would be something about here, right? And here it's nice that this area is a little bigger, right? Let's try this. Okay, this seems to be the more equilibrated setup. Then let's try the separations here. So maybe we can try to place this like here, and but if you have this passage here, is that any good? No, that's not good. So what about, yeah, so this is the last moment we can use, so let's not use this, let's use maybe one. Then I'm gonna duplicate this. It's linked, so we don't care about the, here we have a, of course we have a problem with that, and so there is little, yeah, so this is not, let's see how it looks having this passage there. No, it doesn't work. So I think the ideal thing would be something like that, maybe like this. Yeah, so a little more passage there, but we can change this anytime, so maybe we do this. I can always try to push some of these assets. Maybe we do an inversion here. We bring this here, and this one we can try to this one is now in the way. Why not? We could have could place a table there. Yeah. Let's shift D this one again. This is okay, it's a linked one, so already from the here you see it's a linked override, so if I duplicate it's still just a link. Also if I scale it's a big table, but we don't want this gigantic table. Maybe we want something. Okay, maybe we want something. I'm just testing here, right? See if there's anything of interest we can come up with. Table there, or maybe this shouldn't be on the corner as I originally thought, so maybe it could be but then this area here is too empty, so I would need to find something to do with it, and I don't like this thing here, so maybe let's try another. yeah, it's not good. So we need to reset this, and let's just keep it there. Then it will be just a question of in which. Also can probably scale this. No, it doesn't. Actually, this is could be interesting if it were not so. Yeah, we can do it maybe on edit mode, but like there's no roll against this except for the UVs. I think this feels more like the room. And then maybe we can have another of these ones. I don't know, but let's leave like this. 2 chairs could be nice. And then here we've got this plant, then this thing, maybe we're gonna reset here. Let's also get another of these. So Shift D, no, it's not like this. It's actually the collection. So I'm gonna duplicate collection, alright. Yeah, okay, I've duplicated one that is. Okay, let's reset here. Let's also bring it there. Reset here. Maybe it's a good spot for this one. And maybe put that table right here, why not? I'll Alt Shift D again. It's a low table. We can have 2 of these things here, right? Nah, just one maybe. This one, is it? Yes, it is here. So let's Shift D this and place another one here. That looks good. So here this is of course not good. We got a mirror thing. We don't want that, so maybe I can take off this, just disable this. No, what's happening? Okay, this is the original one. Okay, so I don't take this off and okay, so sorry folks, I have struggling with the an extension here. I have to disable this. It's really gets okay, that should do it. It keeps getting in the way for the chat. Alright, so here we're gonna this table here would make no sense, so maybe yeah, I'm gonna delete this. We're gonna bring push this about here. This one we could, yeah, I think I'm gonna bring this to the other side. Alright, so there is something here that I don't have. Then we can get more of these plants. This is arrayed, right? So we need I have one here that is okay. We'll try to use this in a smart way here. Can't we? This will be a bit ridiculous, right? Let's place them on top here. Now I'm gonna just grab this and array them from here on the y-axis, not the negative y, something like that. And then we shift D. I'm gonna do this again, right? They seem to lock the view, so it's not a great idea. They are too tall. But we'll keep one of them so we can play with this. So we are gonna maybe place it here. Or now there is this column. I don't want to get it to the middle of everything, so maybe we can place it here. Okay, this accommodated here, that seems fine. We can have we could have another one like here. Maybe it gets intersected, so we're gonna just place it here. yeah, it's not that bad. And then we could substitute, we can duplicate this. Okay, this and a companion tree on this side. That sounds good. Then here there will be another thing. Provided it's not in the way, I think it's okay. Then this is in almost in the way, so I don't know what to do with this yet. Yeah, this sounds good. Gonna move it a little more here. Yeah, so these are slightly encumbering here. Alright, so here the last assets, so we're gonna do some assets here. Let's make the drinks, that will be fun. Yeah, finally I reached this stage, the drinks. So bottle, glasses, I need to find out some interesting reference for that. Sci-fi glass, there's some in Mass Effect I think already. It's like okay, something like that in Mass Effect. Like it's like I don't know how to call it in English, but it's like a can, right? But it's more like to keep water. We use this a lot in my region for mate, to keep water warm in principle. Yeah, so it looks just like that, so but this is futuristic. So but they used to, let's see if there's anything super interesting. Yeah, those ones that are, you can make some shapes. Looks like grenades, not bottles. Can think about something more abstract, like, or like something more weird, like a Klein bottle, something that could adapt. Okay, so anyways, we're gonna start to make some of these assets here. We're gonna bring Dorothy here to have a size reference more regarding the hands, right? So we can have one of her hands here already. rotate y negative 90. Okay, so well, why I'm doing this? I can just rotate. You could just rotate this one. I need to rework on this. How they call it? Widgets, custom shapes. Yeah, I just want to have a better notion of space here, of what her hand looks like, so we can try to model that. Okay, so we're gonna start with a mesh. Yeah, I'm gonna use subdivision, so just a cube. Then we apply scale, apply rotation, not location, that will break the origin of this object. We're going to add a subdivision. We're gonna parent it. Actually, where is this? Let's check numpad period. No, I don't know where it is, but we're gonna just parent it to this. Here it is. So we're gonna call it T for asset bottle01, because we might have many. Then we're gonna subdivision. Yes, why does it not? Okay, we have simplify, right? So we're gonna Shift E, let's do a 0.8 here. Extrude. Now extrude doesn't work here. We're gonna use bevel. Okay, I still have problems with okay, so then just extrude, and we're gonna Shift E -1, Shift E 0.8. Now we can probably just keep beveling for subdivisions. Not that we need a lot of them. So maybe for these ones we want a different level of bevel. So Shift E -0.2. No? Okay, this is better. So what's happened is that we just took off many of these. Yeah, they have 2 and these others have way more crease. Like this has 8 and the other 2, so maybe I can change this. I'm not sure this. No, let's leave. This seems to be working so far. So I'm gonna bevel this again. Then I'm gonna bring this edge loop up. this should have the same crease here, alright. And here we could scale this less, maybe here we... Okay, then here maybe we can bevel this again. Alright, so this should be the one idea. Now for the materials, I don't know if it needs something, probably you need some detail at the top, right? So this is not helping. Let's get like a inset, then maybe push this 20. Okay, then here we Shift Control Alt click the edge to make this selection here. In addition, right? Control Alt left mouse button click, right? But with Shift will also select the with the edge, right? Edge select mode. Then Shift E -0, Shift E, it's the edge crease, right? Shortcut. So Shift E, here we could do the shift to see what happens. Gonna enable this. It's not very clear, so I'm gonna try this and okay, so maybe this is sufficient. So let's get now the materials for this bottle. We can, yeah, we need some effects. So first, of course, let's just add a glass outer space. This glass is very transparent, so this probably won't work very well to start with. Yeah. So we're gonna use instead the glass inner space, which is good. It is transparent, but it's a bit too reflective. So, and we're gonna use maybe some, I have this other glass, let's see. It's a more conventional glass, so maybe this could work. So we can use this for now, and then for the other materials that we could use for this, we could try course we want some UVs here too. Okay, then maybe if we could do some metallic stuff. For some let's say these joints here, maybe they could go we have the metal aluminum 01, yeah, maybe it could be this one. Yeah, this is nice. And so for this we could consider, instead of glass, we could consider some oh, I'm having problem with the assigned material. What's happening? It didn't. Okay, we didn't assign it. I always get this problem here. Let's try this other one. Yeah, this one is more interesting, but we're gonna UV those things. UV light map pack, no, UV smart project, UV follow active squads, and okay, all of the same, but this is nice. And at the bottom we will also, well, just get this thing. Then anything else for this? Okay, this will be the first one, right? So why is this acetized? I didn't. Oh no, this is not the acid, it's the material. All right. So there is this technique, link data and object. I have found a tutorial that sort of explained this, but I never use it. I have no idea, no clear idea how it operates. So it's something about, if you have a, if you have a linked object, like this one is not linked object, but it will become, but as I bring it to the furniture, or yeah, the furniture and assets, right? It's more than furniture. So then I'll rebring it, then I'll asset mark it there, and then I'll link it here and substitute this one, which is, will just carry the positions that matter. So apparently we could, because when we have an asset, even if it's library overridden, we might not be able to change certain, we might not be able to do much things here regarding the materials, because it is still linked, it is using its original stuff, and it's sort of locked. It's not easy to understand the whole system. I just know some certain basic, certain fundamental functionalities, and this one maybe it will be the way to go. So depending, it's so hidden here. Basically, it exists on every stuff, even when we are not linking. So link material to object or the object's data. And the other one, so this seems to be the default. An object is, okay, let's change it here. Oh, hold on. This relates to unique material. I see. Let's try something else then. Let's add a new material, whatever, then object. We don't see what it is, so link material to object or object's data. Object and data. Yeah, so it, I don't understand what it does. Well, I seem to lose the material here. So I need to link data, link object, material. So let's try just to see if there's any tutorial that will explain this, because the manual, okay, we have some some yoga classes there. So let's see here. YouTube is getting more and more complicated to handle, right? So we gonna have Blender material link object data. Let's see if there's any. How to link object data. I think it's, no, it's not this. Use link object data in, would this be, no, it's not that. It's something about materials. How to link materials and share object. Maybe this one. Maybe this one. This could be an interesting one to watch just for the sake of fixing. But I'm not gonna watch this here, of course.
Okay, so linking and then unlinking instances. To create a linked duplicate, you can just do Option D. To link an object to another object that isn't already linked, select the object you want to be linked with another, and then hit the second object. Then select object, and then link/transfer data, and then select what you're trying to link. Or even better, you can just use Ctrl L and then select what you're trying to link. Of all the options, object data is pretty much everything. Once you have a whole bunch of objects selected, you link to a whole bunch of select objects you can make.
Okay, no, this is not the trick that I need. It doesn't talk about this. So I think it's something material link data. Demonstrate first quick trick cursor. So now link chain icon, link chain person. No. I think I've just watched, but I didn't record it because I didn't save the. But I might be able to find the. Explanation line chain icon cross complex rigidness. Maybe this one. No, it's not this tutorial. Okay, never mind, folks. So alright, so I don't know how to use this stuff, so I don't care. I'm just gonna do the dirty way, which is, okay, let's say that I have this bottle. I'm gonna Shift D, and then we're just gonna Shift D again. We're gonna 3 is enough, right? So I'm gonna make some different materials here. So this one, for example, instead of having this patch metal, we're gonna try this one. Then the didn't work. Okay, we're gonna, no, it worked. We just need to reproject this. Okay, don't know what's happening here, folks. Okay, so the normals are all inverted, okay. Alright, so we're also gonna change the glass simple. We're gonna get, instead we're gonna try this one. The light reflections here are really bad on EV from this direction. This is probably something related to, let's see, is it the lights of this, that might be, the spotlights here might be too strong. So we're gonna look for the lights here, let's say. Yeah, it's definitely these lights do something, so let's see. It's none of the sun. It's not this one. Of course we will go directly to, it's probably these ones. No, these are the niche, so area, it's probably these ones, yeah. Okay, so this spot one is doing this. It's too strong, while this is not too strong. So these spotlight setups are sort of dangerous in this. It's not about just the power, is that I have. Yeah, let's augment the. So you need to have a better radius here, but then it will do very little in the. This radius. Okay, then there's the size. Yeah, the size is usually one of the greatest culprits. So let's reduce the orientation. Oh, I see. So the orientation of this is very bad for the when you have some power here. Oh, okay. The radius, maybe we should take this off. Get this radius a bit far from the. Yeah, the light will be sharper, but we'll don't want this crossing too much. But then what to do with the others? So let's try to augment blending then. No, doesn't help. Okay, it will not affect the ones that are behind, I guess, so that should be. Okay, so this radius really affects the reflections on glasses on EV in this setup, so I don't have much experience with those things, and I don't really care about those efforts of I mean, I don't care to understand. I don't need to it is good, but professionally, but it's not my domain. I don't like the artificiality. Like, physics is good enough for me, right? Then real physics, right? Then you have to relearn physics and see on an adaptive world that is an abstraction of physics, and whatever they do is never good enough to match physics. Well, yes, it is, but then it is up to the artist to fix the right. So I'm not even a realistic artist, but I mean, the efforts are super valuable, right? But it's not up to me to be overcomplicating understanding everything of this, right? And then of course understanding of real physics counts a little, but it's most importantly it counts what works for the okay. So I think here we're gonna reduce these ranges a little more. It could reappear in some conditions, but okay, we have already starting to get some. Okay, we have this variation here, and then I'm gonna make this one. So let's get another patch. This one, what if you bring instead of glass this one? So this is another. Yeah, this will be nice. So I have 3 types of glass here, and this crystal probably won't work because this is for something else. Not sure it will even work in the compositions. No, it was this one. Okay, this glass outer space is the same of those windows, and we don't have the liquid inside, so this could be a problem, but okay, how would it be to have a liquid? It will be like a solidified stuff, right? It will be like, just gonna try here, it will be like having something like this, then Shift D, Alt S, then we got then we pick this face maybe. Okay, this we pick this. Okay, we pick we pick this face. Oh, there's not a face. Okay, that's why there's no face to pick. So then of course they're facing outward, and then of course we select all these materials here, and I don't have a liquid. Okay, what about a glowing liquid? I don't know what that will do. Okay, it's not work because I need to actually assign. Yeah, we're gonna bring it here, and this is a lamp liquid, so milk or whatever. So not good. Let's try something else. Okay, so animated liquid, then it doesn't work because we didn't change. Okay, let's try again. Okay, it's not working. Let's try another one. This is not exactly this is not animated, so let's try this one. It's not really liquid-like, right? Neither is that. So we need something. Okay, so what about magic liquid? No, right, it's too bizarre. We want something more. It's funny, but it's not what we need here. Maybe one of them. No, they are all the same stuff, right? So So they are an emission shader, right? We need something that has some sort of transparency, right? There are screens. I don't have anything like that, right? So it'd be time to there's something for a pupil here, but it's of course it's not working. It's not for this purpose. And this is the glass, an inconsistent glass. I think it is using the, yeah, it is just coming from another file. It's a duplicate, and it had a bad name also in the classification. So let's see. Just see what that does. No, not good. So I'm gonna make a new material here specific to this, so that will be shading workspace. I'm gonna add here, make a new material. We don't need the oops, what happened to the chat here? Okay, so I'm gonna select I'm gonna select normal. Yeah, I'm gonna select this stuff and assign this new material to that. Okay, then usually we need a texture that will be invisible. I have yeah, we have it. Okay, first workbench, we're gonna get transparent. It's not workbench, there's image texture, and I think I have from here transparent, no, alpha, no, glass, no. Okay, never mind, I'm gonna look for this. This is my asset library, image textures. I believe it should be here. Look for something that is invisible. Oh, it is invisible. Okay, so it's this PNG file with alpha. And so when you look at this stuff on workbench, there is nothing because this is selected, and so there's absolutely nothing here. And so this is what we want for workbench. We don't want this to be rendering on workbench, so it's all the effect will come from EV here. So this is the technique for glass. All the glass that I'm using, they are transparent on workbench. So just reusing the same alpha. It's a bit tricky to make it, but it is pretty simple. It's just a texture with which was saved, was made with transparency, and we enable it to leave this clicked. And okay, so you see no glass there, though it is no liquid here, but it is there. So it's pure transparent, nothing else. Then here we're gonna do some transparency for the, well, actually maybe we don't need. Okay, so I think here what we need is some sort of translucent material. I'm not sure that. So I want to do some orange, I don't know why, orange liquid. And more to the ochre color, yeah, something like that. And probably just this. Is this sufficient? Do I need coordinates for all this? Maybe some, maybe we can have some sort of noise texture mapped, like to have some crazy thing going on, maybe 3D noise, right? But then of course we'd like to make change to this. Probably would like to do something just this minimum stretch. Yeah, I'm gonna do. So we're gonna use this as a I intend to use this as sort of a map here, the FAC, right? The color, of course, we don't have any color, so this is killing the base color I had here, so we need to like color mix. So we're gonna use this as a FAC, and we're gonna employ two colors here. So we're gonna get that something like that, and the other could be maybe something more to okay, not a very different distinctive tone, but reddish. So now we're gonna roughness of this reflective. I'm not sure if we should make an. Let's try this and let's maximize the transmission. We can also make some map of this. Let's see what this does in the rendering. I never rendered liquid in Blender, so maybe it'll be time to try. So this is good because we already start to see what happens to the other. So it's not any good, right? So something here is not working. Maybe this transmission, let's maximize this and let's reduce here. Oh, alpha, of course. There are some emission, could be nice. Sheen, coat, specular, no. Subsurface, diffuse. Here's the alpha. Okay, so of course we need to change the alpha, and maybe this transmission is just I have no idea what's going on. So roughness is reflectiveness of the liquid. Yeah, I think some yeah, so I think now we'll get some results thanks to the alpha. I thought that the alpha would be gain automatically because of workbench, but apparently it was not the case. Yeah, it's just solid, and there's a problem here is that we're getting this material. Let's change the name here, so bottle 2 and this one. 0.03, right? So you need the the problem is that the shade smooth, the liquid I didn't like to shade smooth everything here, so I would like just to shade smooth the I think shade smooth is regards the creases, right? No, not creases, the sharp. So maybe we can just mark sharp. Not sure that will work, but and then we shade smooth except for then there's this operator. They have changed that thing, but anyways, we need the alpha here, and let's augment here to the max. Let's see what we get here. Okay, so it's not working. We are getting, let's take off this transmission. Maybe it's just too much for this alpha. We of course would like something like that, and okay, let's take off all the, no, let's leave, oh, this might be important, but I don't know what would help in here. Anyways, select invisible. Let's try, also let's try this time shade smooth with the sharps that we've done. Yeah, it's not working, but it's still, maybe it's better. Let's now reduce the roughness to maximum. Let's also get this, maybe some emission shader, this noise texture. Okay, we can improve this. We want some, the UVs are not helping in these shapes. Okay, maybe some, let's leave like this, right? And I'm not sure here the mapping, this thing. Okay, there are some things we can try here. I don't know if those colors are going crazy. Yeah, I don't know about the 4D. Anyway, something like this is sufficient for me. Then and there's the idea of the emission shader, right? There are many tutorials about liquid. I just don't remember what was the trick or some of the tricks. So it's like grainy, it doesn't make sense. I think the alpha is making it grainy. Alright, so we could make a mix shader. With an emission. Maybe we can just mix emission and transparency, like emission is nice, right? Let's see what happens with the alpha of Workbench. Yeah, this is much better. So emissive, very cool render actually with the grease pencil. So we're gonna get this changed with the, yeah, let's screw that principle BSDF. I think translucent, and then we get here, and maybe I don't know about the color. Maybe it's get the same colors, but then we're gonna use this as a, need to color ramp this, no, color ramp this. This is a bit risky. The worst thing that will happen is that the mask will fail. I won't get any interesting results. So I'm gonna connect here first. We're gonna actually here, I'm gonna bring this thing, this FEC. Actually, I don't need this. You can just directly, you can go directly for the noise. And we'll try to do something like this. And we're gonna get this one into FEC and this one into here. So now you have some either emission with the same color or translucent, but I'm not sure this will do anything good for the... I'd like to have those 3D-ish that we see inside of the liquid, like, but I think this is volumetrics, it's not so much about this. This is now it completely changed what the color for some weird reason. So let's augment here. Let's see just what happens. We are mostly getting something. So maybe this translucent is not. Those might be good for some materials, right? But what I could try here is, this will be too much, but we could try transparent. Too heavy, I guess, for. So we're gonna get a transparent on top of all this. Yeah, it takes way too long, right? So apparently, so I just want to maybe take this off and Control X. So let's try just to do this instead. So now parts of the liquid are transparent and the others not so much. And it doesn't really work, right? So we want actually to maybe ignore the mask. Maybe we strangely this has two colors to mix, but okay, it's coming from the noise. Of course, this is a noise thing, so maybe you can. I don't know what this transparent thing does with this data. So let's just try to more transparency and more emission. Oh yeah, this is clear. So I can try. Yeah, and so this is why we don't need the mask. And so here we could I think there's something wrong about these things. Let's take off all these creases. And now let's try finally to render this. I hope this time I don't get the pointillized stuff. Oh yes, this is the thing about the alpha hashed. It's old thing, it's somewhere in the UI. I think we can access from this deterred transparent shader. So this is blended and well, okay, now it's just okay, let's see what's happening here. Okay, it's weird, so we need probably to include this transparent shader anyways, but more to the emission. Let's try again. Okay, as soon as we get some transparent thing here, it dies off. Let's try another time. yeah, so we cannot use this for some reason. We cannot use this shader here directly with those data, but this should be sufficient then in this case. I'd prefer to have this composited, right? But alright, doesn't matter. Okay, for now, let's say that this is a liquid. The colors are very weird, but I will address this later. So now the problem is that I have modeled this. I need to do something about the other ones. It would be nice to have this one as well, so it's too late for the... Yeah, I'm not... Well, the cool thing is that if I bring here, you already have some set up, so maybe I can do this. Yeah, let's do the following, folks. I'm gonna bring... I've been selecting the grease pencil, right? Okay, I want to bring all these objects in the same spot. And then I'm gonna pick bottle 3, Shift D, P, selection. Then I'm gonna... I have this... No, not this. Well, okay, there's a duplicate, so we're gonna P, hide, there we go. Shift D, so we're gonna hide. So let's see, we got this and this bottle 1. Okay, we're gonna shift there, then Shift Alt left mouse button, click button 1, Control J. Bottle 1 is the active. Now it has got a liquid, and then this one, Shift Alt left mouse button, click to bottle 2, Control J, and now, yeah, there's a remainder. Oops, I've separated it accidentally, so let's join this to this again. And now, of course, we're gonna change the height of this liquid, so maybe this one will be very full, and this other one that might not even count here, we're gonna Shift H. We're going to delete these faces, fill face here, assign material, GG, about here. Yeah, not even sure it will show, but we're gonna. Oh, also something that I forgot, maybe should be adequate to do here. It's to shift 0 to, let's add some crease here, so this thing, let's add again. Yeah, this is better. So you have a crease of about 0.5, right? Alright, now we're gonna just make some variations of the material. Yeah, probably. So gonna matte. What is this like? It's more like the liquids, right? So it's, I think it's F glass. Yeah, so matte E. It will get this icon here. Gonna, well, fluid, this is for, why not use this, right? Don't remember why I was using this, so let's do this liquid, and then I'm gonna call this, so it's actually, this is G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, yeah, F, G, liquid orange. Then we're going to, alright, that's right. Then for this one we're going to create here liquid blue, marine. Gonna immediately make some changes here. And augment the emission. Maybe not that much, but let's see. Okay, it's not ideal, but it gets the. And how am I gonna make so many different ones? Yeah, this is a bit tricky. And this one we're gonna also use here. We're gonna change to wine. So yeah, so maybe it's not the ideal color, but that's sufficient. So this one has this wine, liquid marine blue, and so about their Oh, this one is still using this patch metal thing. We're gonna change this. So instead of here, let's go back to the assets. We're gonna bring this it's like we could improve some features there, but probably this should include this, not sure. Just cleaning up here. Oops, wrong one. So this one is glass simple. Okay, so I'm not super satisfied with the results, but I'll have to investigate a little further the liquid things, not in here, but this should work for what I need. These are just some assets, yeah, some of them, yeah, this one is this is sufficient. So now we're just gonna distribute this well, they don't there's no space for them there. Let's hope that there's barely space for them here. So this would be more about rearranging this bad calculations. So here I've modeled them. I don't need to distribute them immediately because it will take that I need to reascetize them in another file, and that will be annoying. So I'm gonna just pick maybe this one, and I'm gonna reuse this as a reference for making some other cups, glasses, yeah. So I'm gonna we won't need the liquids here for this. Here is already one. Looks like there's a hole. We need solidify in this case. Okay, that might be good enough, except that we need to scale down this in a better proportion. Yeah, we need to compare. Okay, in relation to the bottle, it doesn't seem to be a problem, but of course the hand is very bad. No, it's not that bad. Of course, it could be. Actually, it seems to be accurate. I thought it would be too small, but actually it's even slightly large, but it's actually good. It could just be a bit taller. And of course we can change the style of this. Maybe we can bevel this, and then we're gonna GG and scale this down. Alright, so this could be one already. We don't need this now. We can make Shift D cup 02, or it will be, yeah, cup 02, certainly. Yeah, then we got GY, let's do an elongated one. S Shift Z. I'm gonna delete these faces. The material, of course, I'm not caring about the materials. Let's see what we have. So this one could be a full metallic one, why not? So also does it have, no, the just make sure there's no, yeah, clear sharp. Maybe you can use sharp here, not sure what it will do. No. So this material here we can change for something more. Why not wooden? Need to use it here. This is not the case. This is some sort of metallic one. This is certainly not metal. No. Dark metal. No, we don't need this one here. It's cool, but no. Concrete cup. No. This is what was right here. Pipe. This one is nice for these patterns. Okay, let's maintain this one. I'm gonna make another one of this, but with some other variations. Okay, this one is perfect. Then Shift D. This is why I would like to, and a wooden one. No, not schist, but a rocky one would be nice if we could find a proper combination like this. Better for the cup. Let's try the wood. Yeah, wood is here. Yes, but can we do better here? No. Smart UV, that's this one. Get cut off by the, okay, so let's yeah, this one is okay now. So I need 2x. No, it's the opposite. Need to. Here, yeah, great. So anything else about this? Yeah, there's a glass cup like this, so we're gonna use this one, and it doesn't matter anyways, it depends on the object, right? So here we got this glass, or maybe some other glass. Let's see. Is this totally invisible? Yes, it is sort of total. So you still have this one. Okay, let's use this one, which might be glitchy. I'm not sure how it will respond in all situations, but this is good. Then for this one, we're gonna do this also. We're gonna glass one here, and Shift D, we're gonna get. So I'm just gonna make one style here. About marble, yeah, marble or metamorphic. Hope this is not toxic. It's a detox. Detoxification minerals. Okay, so we have a good collection here, so we're gonna call this cup 02 and this one cup 03. Actually, I need other names for. Okay, just cup long, cup tall 01. Okay, let's pick this and Ctrl F2, find group, set name, new. Yeah, not a great idea. So just 4 of these types, and then cup 03, cup 02, and cup 01. There you go. Let's check the height here. I'm gonna save. There's a problem, of course, the face comparison. Which should be relevant, so they seem to be not sufficiently tall. Yeah, so we're gonna pick all of them. Scale. This will mess up the textures. Now just a little won't be too difficult. Yeah, this delete. Then we're gonna apply scale. Now let's try to that seems okay. I'm doing this because it's 3D and sometimes I haven't make the perfect matching of head like I modeled, but it's not something I've been checking her palm of, like, you know, hand proportions related to the head. I haven't made tests on this purpose, so this might be why something could be wrong and could feel very wrong in this sense, also because it's stylized. So also when you look in the head in certain angles, it's just too big, like especially from the bottom like that, it can be very weird in certain angles. Of course it gets much weirder when you get some sort of orthographic view, but I guess this will be more normal. So for now what I can is just pick all of these cups and yeah, the origins is messed up. So we're gonna try to fix this, to have to be one by one, unfortunately. Or we could actually gonna match everything in the same spot. I'm not sure this works, but let's say I think I haven't changed these origins, right? Now they are different. Okay, so this won't work, but at least for 3 of them maybe. So we're gonna affect only origins. So okay, it seems that their origins has been changed. As for these ones, control period, the shortcut. There you go. So you have batched this stuff, gained some time and health, mental health doing this. So this fixed some of the assets, but there are still book rooms. Yeah, drinks was actually a little more complicated, it was bottle and glasses, so we made some. I'd like to have more styles, but this can wait. If we just had one of each kind, that would be already sufficient in my point of view, but we'll be bringing this better as we go. So now I'm going to, yeah, I'm not gonna continue the book ROMs here. Or wait, what? Maybe we can. Yeah, let's do something here. In this case, we're gonna bring the character to the desk or to this area. Yeah, I think this is more inspiring to do this. So I'm going to, again, we'll need some reference of the size. So I'm gonna just try to get her hand on top of this thing. And we're gonna create a book which is and clear what kind of crazy shape, or it looks like a pizza to start with. So we need something that will the books of the future, which will they be, how many pages will they have read, if the book still exists, or something that what will be, would they be only pocket books or digital books? Okay, this for me sounds to be a adequate format to start with, maybe slightly less thick. And so now we can apply scale, apply rotation. Not sure about the rotation actually. We are gonna make it tall. Yeah, because I need to organize them in these shelves, so they need to be about this, but it's a bit too tall here, so I'm gonna get, this is good enough. So I'm gonna apply rotation, apply scale, and I'm gonna try to do something from here. So probably need yeah, I don't want it to be symmetric, because, or just to start with a mirror modifier, maybe it would be nice. Then I apply. So I'm gonna do this first. So this, the purpose of doing this is to have this immediate symmetry to start. Yeah, I think I need this first. This will be better to move it up here. So we can probably bevel here. Gonna you know what, we can also mirror the, no, let's not do that. So extrude here, Alt S. Alright, and that should be it, but we need to improve maybe. Move this back just a little more. Okay, that seems good. Then we gonna. This is the basis. So I'm gonna make book ROM backup, right? Because I might still need this, so I don't want to sacrifice this. So I'm gonna Shift D. So this I'm gonna just hide here. This will be bookroom 01. I'm gonna apply here, then this middle is no more necessary. Now you can probably get this inset face scale. Extrude, maybe here you can have something like a screen. So this I'm gonna reset. I'm gonna start adding materials. So you have the assets, you can bring the what's the name of this? I think they are screen cube and are the same thing. Okay, whatever. Alright, so of course the other effects were accidental. That's pretty cool though, but it's not the idea. It's just here the part, and we're going. So imagine you can open the book, read the page, but in the front of the book you have video screen, and or in any page you can have screens that you can still. Okay, then we get here, we're gonna, I don't know what, rocks. Then of course you have to do something like this. Of course, we'll need the. Let's go to the shading. Yeah, so it might be a bit boring to watch because I'm not fabricating the materials. Well, some of them, yes, like the liquids, but I'm just reusing stuff. This is actually nice, but we need to solve the pages, right? So this thing, I don't have a white material for this, so paper material, I should have something. So it's frustrating right now. I don't think I should use this lamp for this. but we could have a animated lamp. Which is doing nothing, so maybe it was accidentally. Okay, let's use this, let's see what happens. No, this is... So I could use this Clara here for... It's just a white material. So okay, we can use this. And for some reason the cube is not working. Yeah, now it is. Alright, so you get this, and then we're gonna get gonna make a Shift D. So here, for example, instead of this, we can use this, and instead of, yeah, let's leave the cube there. I can address that later, and so the pages are maintained the same. Let's change this Alright, so yeah, that works, but we can also now there's, yeah, we could try to reconstruct some faces here, like Control I to invert, but then I want to take off deselect and deselect, right? Then try to follow. No, then no, nothing to work here. So cube projection maybe. Okay, let's accept this one. So then let's shift this one. Yeah, the reason I'm making these 01s are instead of the conventional for blends is because then this one will probably be also duplicate or linked, and then they'll start to have .001 and so forth. Okay, so here what we can get, okay, I can have these screens, then we get the and we could also have certain books maybe that have a different setup. Possible, yeah, very plausible. We can go wild, right? If you have lots of material, we can do this forever. But so this is a good one for reorganizing this, but I will play a little more here. So checkers, metallic, really? Oh yeah, this structure actually would be better to be in this, yeah, like that. Yeah, I like this one. So okay, this is 4. Then here we're gonna try I think my blender is crashing. Okay, I have to reopen this. Something very weird is going on. Because it's very suspicious, I will, and I haven't saved, I'm gonna just save a Dirty Lounge 09, okay. Let's reopen here, folks. So to dig it here. Let's see if it is. Alright, so apparently it wasn't able to save. No, I think it is, yeah, save. So I'm gonna save back at the here. So I'm going to something about this when I load here, that icon of the cursor stayed forever. Okay, it's not bad, but I want to improve on these setups. No, not this one, the other one. Yeah, that texture here is not adapting very well, so hold on, let's do some Control Z here. I mean, it's not adapting very well spontaneously to the UVs that I've made, so I'm gonna try differently. We're gonna connect again this here, and then for this we're gonna try these ones. And here we are getting okay results for yeah, this is sometimes it's not easy to find the proper matching. There are too many constraints if you keep looking on scale and positioning. Okay, maybe this one. Still not ideal, but I think sometimes I have to find the match using this is very distorted. Yeah, so sometimes I need to find another level. The next level of scaling to find the matching, and now apparently we lost the this is also interesting. Okay, let's keep this, except that do this. Alright, Shift D, Y, so 505, and so for this, let's see what else we can get. Okay, there's wooden books, where there are many books, assets that were very inspiring us, very old game Myst. There's a bibliothèque where there were all those crazy things, all sorts of books that you could open and even read. Okay, what's happening here? Ah, yeah, again, I need to drag it. Okay, so here we need something very different. I've already gone for metallics, I've went for these emissions, I've already gone for, okay, this metal, maybe that'll be nice. What is, okay, apparently there's a total bug. So we're gonna bring yes, this one is quite good. We accept. Shift D. And we can then change the size, but for now this is what we need. Let's continue here. Book 6. We can get, let's see, a bit more here. Okay, we're gonna send book. And this one we can get glass. No, let's try. Yeah, that's intriguing. Okay, some tapestry, carpet stuff. And to find an adequate combination here. Maybe this. Okay, so gonna leave this one like this. Then for this we're gonna this texture here is one in which is actually a image texture. Of course it has a mask with some effects of glossy thing, but essentially it's a pattern that is okay, so I don't know why this crazy camera, this plant is on the way. Alright, this one is good enough. Let's duplicate this one because I have changed too much this UV, so I want to maintain the UVs of this one. Then this will be 0.7. So here, what you have left? Well, we are still in the metal. No, sand is not metal. Okay, let's try. This and marble. Yeah, like immediately good, right? But we could do something else. The concrete side is not too bad here. Okay, let's maintain this rocky book, who cares. Then we have, let's try this and this. No, I'm having wrong. This one is nice, right? Then a last one of this kind. Okay, that's great. Then Shift D again. Let's jump for plastic maybe. I don't think we... Yeah, this is vegetation, foliage. Why a rubber book? Why would that be interesting? Okay, and finally what we've got is this other tapestry, which are patterns which can be very nice. So if we find appropriate combinations, So here we're gonna change the, yeah, later we're gonna, no, it's easy, just gonna get this thing here. And we're gonna go for the UVs. This pattern seems to be a bit distorted. Okay, now this is good. Shift D. Yeah, we have a lot of problems with. Okay, we're gonna select all these books. First, we're gonna fix these names. Then pick all of them, including this one. Select all the meshes, select all, and Shift N, yeah. Recalculate outside, that should fix those things. Let's hide this. I think there are some faces that are still wrong, yeah. Don't know why is that, but okay, so Shift N, Alt N, recalculate outside, no? Okay, we are facing trouble with just this one. For some weird reason. Okay, so for some reason it thinks the inside is outside, so got no idea what's going on. And this one, no, this one doesn't have this yet, so just hide. Alright, then we are doing this one, yeah, so we need to complete these ones. We're going to materials, so we're trying to get some patterns here, so this thing could be Okay, so I think just the last one. With this red thing here. Now the vertical waves. And for here we could try oh yeah, there's missing this one, okay. Except that in this case no. Yeah, this is too predictive. Sign, okay, no, not good, so we need just to okay, maybe this one is the best here. It's a bit too dark, but it's also about the lighting setup of the scene, so I think this is good enough. So we've got some books, and then for the reorganization of their size and all that, if there's anything, we have a ludicrous variety already. And also, you don't need to fill everything with books, right? You just get some. And of course, it would be cool to have some random artifacts, miniatures of stuff, sometimes just scale down some, I know, a tree and places as a mini asset, why not? Like this, like a decoration. Scale 0. Right, why not? So you have like miniature assets. We could probably symmetrize this to the no, let's just Shift D and and do the same here. If I get tired of this, I just delete. Alright, also we could do the same with this one, but this is more annoying. It's a collection. It's a collection. Alright, let's return to the layout shape workspace. So we got this one done, and so the last remaining asset for this is the fern ceiling. So I'm gonna make some plant, but this will be for tomorrow, folks. I'd like to do rigging here, but of the card, but it's already too late for me, so I'll have to leave it like here. Let's try to render this and see what we see, just to have an idea. Like just in case it is horrible. It is working pretty nice. Sufficiently okay. The patterns are good too. Are complementary, so here they don't have the good disposition. Of course, need to place them properly, inclined, right? So grease pencil is working well for certain things. The line arts for other things is not working. I don't know why it is. I have to find why it is creasing this thing. Could be something about the rig also, or the color variation. Now usually this is something about the geometry, not the texture. So something here is creasing too much, and I need to take off the. I think I know what to do here. It should be something, we can see this in real time even. There is an option that maybe it is responsible for that I haven't seen results in real time, but maybe it is this. So for example, this crease threshold, so maybe this is the strangely, when I change this, nothing happens. Maybe we need to render to. Okay, this intersection I found it to be bad. Material borders can be bad. And yeah, so contour usually is fundamental. So I'm gonna reduce here and see. Yeah, so apparently I can't get rid of that through this threshold here. What you see is what it is, what it will be. You need the camera to visualize without rendering. So it's no different than what the camera was showing. So this is frustrating because I think this would be useful, like maybe it's bugged. Yeah, so there are some things extra things which are actually nice if they are welcomed, if they are rendered, right? Yeah, because now I would have just the contour But if this thing is destroying the character design, then it's not a good thing. Like, yeah, we can... Nah. Without this, it's very bad. So I have to find a solution for this. Maybe we can turn this off and enable this and this. Let's try. Now I remember material boundaries was causing problem with the lips. It doesn't seem to be working everywhere though. Here it is missing. Yeah, so a further test would be... Okay, no, here is intersections. This is what caused trouble for the lips. So it's difficult to use this line art like in a... Ideally, it has many... Here the lips are overwhelmed with stuff. Here we see that this doesn't work. Okay, so the hope would be to have successful intersections, right? But I need to find how to control this What would be this? Select features lines that come from it or city. I don't know why it is disabled. Ah, it's something about use light for grease pencil. It's on the layer. Maybe it's this thing. Yeah, nope. This intersection is creating grease pencil on other it's probably a bug. It will create grease pencil of the kind that was not recalled to be there. So this is also not welcome. So I have to investigate this further. Overlapping edges as contrast. Here we have some extra options. Instance object. Allow particle objects and fixed vertex instances to show in the line art. Clipping boundary. Allow lines generated by the near far clipping plane to be shown. Crease on smooth. Allow crease edge to show inside smooth surface. Crease on sharp, allow crease to show in sharp edges. Force back face culling. Remove all back face to speed up calculus. This will create edges in different occlusion levels. Yeah, it's very hard to read all those information, but maybe I should turn this off. No, still can't do anything here, so yeah, and this really makes things very slower as predicted. Prison sharp, so this is one of the causes, the other is crease threshold rate. Maybe I can smooth these, maybe with some more face loops here. It would be a shame just for so this we're going to mask face mark filtering. I have no idea what this is. Chaining intersection with contour lines. Image thresholds, so smooth tolerance. Ah, we got something here. Angles splitting. Okay, this also would require further investigations to have it run perfectly. But alright, I'm gonna just, for fun here, some render and it's looking pretty nice. Not the lightings, I would say, but the textures, the shapes, and maybe the composition is still. I've broken it after I've made some change to something. I think the workbench. And EV is always too dark, so I always try to compensate it in other ways. So this is what we've got at the moment. It's essentially is the plant assets, a little bit of compositing, but most fundamentally I could skip the ferns, but I know they will change a lot depending on the amount of plants that I make around from the ceiling and hanging. That will be very inspiring, I think. Very good for the composition and the style of the room and all that, but fundamentally the rig. So tomorrow we're gonna go deep into the rig, and I'll try to make the ferns, but we're gonna be doing offline work, I think, and then to make this as soon as possible. Wednesday should be next week, where I will be able to get to work with the production. I will start, and possibly I'll stream that. We'll see. This is my deadline to start executing the production stage, which is for the webcomics. At this point I might be still streaming pre-prod of this same thing, but the idea is to cascade those things. So like I will start doing production of the first webcomic pages, let's say like that, on Wednesday. Even if the rig is not totally complete, I'll see what I can do. It should be sufficient, because I'm gonna push a lot. I'll try. And then just to conclude, it will be we'll be able to combine the production of the webcomics with the pre-production of more assets or improvement of the already existing ones, probably the creation of new ones, because I need to have more characters to interact. I need to have more areas, and so it's all a growing world building stuff. So, but as soon as I get the production, that will be Wednesday, then I'll be doing the things in parallel. Right now I'm not doing production at all. I'm just doing what I'm calling pre-production for the 3D world building. So that will be when the fun starts, because then I will be creating content, right, with whichever assets I have, and with the character ready and these assets here, it should be sufficient to tell a lot of story, at least for. And also we'll have to find the periodicity of publishing of those pages. It could be not daily, I fear not, but weekly or twice a week, thrice a week. We'll see what works. I cannot publish too much in a high frequency in the beginning, because I believe not, unless I have tons of ideas with these few assets that I already have. So there are some constraints, but they will tend to be more and more flexible for storytelling as I develop. Also, the story doesn't need to be growing linearly, so this is an interesting thing to consider. That's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Hope this was inspiring. Take care and happy blending. Have a nice week. And I'll be doing this again tomorrow and every day of the week. So it's a new stage is starting. Thanks, folks. See you soon.